Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Best at Classic podcast. We're back. I've been teasing you guys for all along. Are you okay?
I'm good.
I heard a little. We're back. I told you guys I was going to bring the crew back. I snapped my fingers like Thanos, and boom, they're back. Not all. I didn't grab all the Infinity Stones. I brought enough to get Tristen and Uncle James. I've been saying all along when I was doing the Pats talk that I was going to bring them back, and we're going to finish out the season the right way, and hopefully this continues on to next season. But like I said, thank you so much for sticking through, even though we haven't been recording a full episode in the last 10 weeks. A lot of stuff happened, life gets in the way, but the point is that there's nothing more important in this life than football. Hence, here we are.
Yeah.
Missed you.
Missed you too, guy.
Yeah. Missed you. No. Before we get into it, you almost had me killed yesterday.
No.
Now, we're not going to get into the personal reasons, but how do you feel? I took one for the team. I was dragged out into the layer of sin, the pit of sin, aka the bars.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you here now?
Oh, hey, but did you die? I'm here.
You're here now.
I'm here.
That's all that
but
matters.
how much of me am I here?
100% you.
Your dad gave me the best advice of all time yesterday. Or no, not even advice. He dropped some big old knowledge. He said, you're like a piece of glass. When you break, you get put back together, but there's always a little bit of you missing. Bro, when he said that, I'm like, you're the Black Shakespeare. I almost wanted to get up and start running miles. You said it when I first met you. You're like, the smartest man I've ever met.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. He dropped some knowledge yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
Is it alright sometimes?
You, before we get into the football,
All right.
where were you?
Last night,
Yeah.
I was at a
Grown adult, father of two.
national Christmas party for my motorcycle club, and I got wasted, like white girl wasted. Bad.
Threw up.
When was the last time you was done up from alcohol?
Ooh.
Oh, mine was
James
not.
just throws it.
It was 2 New Year's Eves ago.
Bad.
Bad.
And you feel like the poison coming out of you.
I hate it, but sometimes you gotta throw up to feel better afterwards.
You just feel so much better.
What do you know?
I learned this. After I throw up, you get like a really, really awful headache, at least me. I saw a TikTok very recently where like if you have a headache, apparently if you have sex afterwards, the headache goes away. Now this might be some Uncle James myth, but I was just like, oh, I never thought about that. Like all the pressure goes away.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You
Maybe
also
I'm
eat
teaching
like
people.
a quarter of a cookie and you're out for like 6 hours.
This is
So,
true.
I don't
This is
know.
true. But hey, I've been sober now. We're good. Alcohol wise, everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Football, week 11 or week 12, just wrapped up. We're about to, as by the time we're recording this, we're about to watch the Dallas Cowboys versus the Indianapolis Colts primetime game that couldn't be flexed for any other big games, but we're here. We normally do the best games of the week. It's been a crazy week because Thursday was the Pats versus the Bills. Finally catching up to everything that we've been missing out on. As of right now, do you guys have a clear-cut favorite for both divisions? I know when we first started this season, my Super Bowl prediction couldn't be any more fucked. I believe I said the Packers for sure and the Bills.
I said Chiefs, Packers.
Mm-hmm.
I
Both
think.
you and I said the Packers.
I might have said Bills, but I'm pretty sure I said Chiefs
Because everyone was going with the Bills.
I said Packers though. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. I know for a fact I did. James, I know you weren't recording.
Well, AFC, I think wanted to say Bills at that time too. So.
Mm-hmm. So now, everything has changed. Bills are still very dominant. Chiefs just lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. But there's a clear-cut favorite for the NFC, not so much the AFC.
There's not.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think it's...
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think they're a clear-cut favorite. I feel like the NFC sucks this year, but it's not clear-cut.
It doesn't suck this year.
They do suck this year.
The NFC, no
The
one does it.
NFC, yeah, like the Rams from last year, the Bucks,
Oh,
the Packers.
I'm talking about
like,
so right now they don't suck. What we're used to, yeah, it's a different time now.
Yeah, there's different teams. Every NFC East team is involved.
Yeah.
The Giants suck. Washington sucks. Dallas is there, but I mean.
But
it's
then on the other hand, there's every AFC East team involved right now. The Bills The Dolphins, they're not legit. The Jets are not legit, and for sure the Patriots are not. It's just the Bills. So there's always that. It's always weird how it works out.
Yeah, you just got to get into the playoffs, and at that point, anything can happen.
Yeah,
So
true.
we'll see.
But gun to your head right now,
Mm-hmm.
who would you say the top two?
Top two right now.
If the season ended today.
Buffalo and Philadelphia.
Yeah, I guess you got to say those two.
Yeah.
I hate Philly, but I mean,
You think that you know how much fun this Super Bowl would be?
I'll say something nice about Jalen Hurts.
Say something nice.
He played well today.
He
He
did.
played really good.
In fact, yesterday while Tristen and I were having coffee, where he dragged me out into the mud, he said that if he had an MVP vote, he would give it to his man crush Monday, Jalen Hurts.
Fuck him.
But you did. But am I not?
No, you're right. No, I said that, but I don't like him. So.
I don't know, man. Today you're asking me, you think my bar can give me that Jalen Hurts goatee? Dude, you're so lucky you don't grow hair right here.
I know.
All right, Tristan, I'm gonna put you on the spot,
Okay.
and Uncle James, in a way, you too.
All right.
So, Uncle James, your thing is when anyone asks you what your favorite team is, your most common response, as I've known you, you say the Pittsburgh Steelers and whoever beats the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
How accurate is that?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, Tristan and James, I'm putting both of you guys on the spot. For the very first time since I've met Tristan, and probably James, obviously you've been around longer than we have. This is and I don't mean that with any disrespect. This is the first year where we them boys, Puro Pizza Cowboy, is a legitimate thing.
Yeah.
I think you guys are not saying are one piece Odell Beckham away, but whoever, let's say you don't match up against Tom Brady in the first round, I see you guys possibly making a big run. Can you beat the Philadelphia Eagles fully healthy? Yes. Can you beat the 49ers? As of this moment, yeah, because now there's no more Jimmy G, and we don't know the extent of his injury.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, in my opinion, pretend we're not best friends. I'm looking at that thing and I'm like, Dallas can actually take it. I know that's not the popular thing to say, but it is. I have common sense.
With Dak or Coop?
No.
Cooper Rush is the truth.
Cooper Rush. How far, in your opinion, am I off on the both of you? Come on, James. You can contribute too because you've watched all the games.
I'll say this. I have more confidence this year than other years, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Even last year, I was pretty confident, but I don't know, man. Whenever you see the team play great on both sides of the ball, example, the Minnesota game,
Mm-hmm.
like that team can really do something. Then you have like the first half of the Thanksgiving Giants game, and that's where like the inconsistency kind of comes with this team. So I guess it just depends on like how consistent their offense and defense is on a weekly basis. I mean, health-wise, they're pretty healthy.
Yeah.
It just depends on the defense. I think it'll be a good test today. The Colts suck. Win or lose, the Colts suck. But our run defense is one of our weak points. So.
And there's Jonathan Taylor. So.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I do think we win the game, but to answer your question, I mean, no Aaron Rodgers to beat us this year.
Nope.
I mean, Tom Brady's going to be in there. He's never lost to Dallas. I think we can beat Philly. We'll see on Christmas Eve. And the other teams, the NFC, aren't really
Not a threat.
all that.
You think you can beat Seattle?
Seattle, yeah. Niners will be tough. I mean, despite, without or without Jimmy, I mean, they look pretty dominant.
Is he hurt?
He
He messed up his ankle.
Yeah, he
I know
messed up
that,
his ankle.
I mean, but even then, bro, that roster is so well put together, and they're still pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Like they have guys that aren't.
Debo hasn't looked the same at all this year, and he's the one guy. He's the Cowboy killer. Yeah. He was limping all over the
Their
place
defense
today.
is pretty legit though, so we'll see.
I'm
Dude, you just got to get into the dance. Get
That's
into the
it. Yeah,
playoffs,
but you guys
see what
are
happens.
already halfway.
There's
there.
some luck involved, of course, but hey, we'll see.
James, and I bring it back to you. You grew up during the Cowboy dynasty
Oh yeah.
time. There's a reason why your response is whoever beats the Cowboys. Like, how do you see it happening this year?
I like them. I mean, they're looking good. You know, you got to give respect where respect's due, right? So I mean, but I know this is apples and oranges we're comparing right here, but you don't ever know what's going on in those guys' life, right? So you got Tom Brady. He's going through a whole hell of a lot of drama, and people say he's older and everything, but he can still play. But you can tell his off life is affecting his on field play. You can see it.
Yeah.
His frustration, stuff. So I mean, you never know because, like you said, these guys play hurt. They play with injuries. They they have all kind of stuff going on. But that's why they call it Any Given Sunday, right? Because one Sunday they look phenomenal. The next Sunday, depending on what's going on, bad bets or whatever.
You bring up a good point. I don't know if you guys remember this. I am going to clip this to our video. I said, I believe it was week 3. They looked awful, and I said on the show,
Who's they?
The Bucks.
Okay.
Because he said Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He was referring to at the end of the day, they're still human, and we forget that. And we're calling them pussies and their knees on the other side of the fucking turf. I said on the show, Tom Brady looks sad. This was long before we found out about divorce, long before we found out crypto was bullshit. Like I said, he looks visibly, easily sad. And it was so early for us to be sitting here saying, oh, it's because all this shit is happening, but you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. We forget that these guys are human at the end of the day, and anything in their personal lives can affect them on Sunday. I learned personally it's so impossible to separate yourself from your personal life into letting it affect it in your professional life. It depends the type of person you are. That takes a lot. Players who play after big deaths in their family, players who play after hearing some terrible news, and we're sitting here hey bro, it sucks, but I need you to get 80 yards. That's ridiculous. Think about us. We have a bad day, and we're probably mean to some people that we're not supposed to be. We probably take it out on someone that doesn't deserve it. I know I drive like a maniac when I'm upset. And to wrap it up, damn, that is right. We're just possibly one bad day away from everything going to shit for these guys. So Tristen and the Cowboys are going up like this. Micah Parsons gets cheated on. Boom. Yeah. Tom Brady's life, man. When Tom Brady, after he left New England and goes to Tampa, goes on this magical run, wins with them the very first year. He's still with Giselle. He's on top of the world with crypto. He's a king. And now he's back to, in a way, reality. Not really, because his life's still a billion times more exciting. He's still Tom Brady, but it's crazy how one little thing, one little domino affects everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, but to wrap it up, do you think Uncle James is ready to say, how about them boys? History repeats itself. It's only a matter of time. I'm not saying you guys are going to go on a dynasty again,
right.
But all you need is one. All you need is one.
Is it picking up my voice?
Something just happened. It stopped. Oof. I got this. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I saw it picking up on both of ours.
Hold up. All you need is one, like I was saying. Tap it just to make sure. We're good. Okay, so let's move on before we're running out of time. There's a rumor. There was a rumor that came out earlier this week. Told Tristen about it. Once I saw this rumor, I took a screenshot. I'm going to print it out, and I'm going to make it a big old poster, and I'm going to get on my knees every single night. I'm not exaggerating by one bit, any shape or form. I'm not exaggerating. I'm going to pray that this rumor becomes a reality. There's a rumor that Tom Brady could be heading back to New England. Thoughts? Pretend I'm not here.
Well, I told you yesterday, I was I feel like he's going to end his career in New England, whether it be a one-day contract or whether it be the last dance, final 1 to 2 years. Now that he won his ring in Tampa and he still wants to play, I can see it happening. I mean, whenever you first sent that tweet to me and Darius, shout out to Darius for not being here. I was at work. I looked at it and just closed my phone. I was like, this guy's fucking delusional. But I guess now thinking about it now, I mean, it can very well be a thing now. How successful would that thing happening? I mean, I don't know how well y'all would do with Tom Brady again, but because you still got to put the roster together. I mean, it's not just one guy, but I don't know. I mean, that'd be pretty interesting to see. He would definitely bring a lot of headlines to the table, but
James?
I think he should retire a Patriot also. I mean, the only thing I wouldn't like is if he goes back and wins number 7 for him, and then
yeah, fuck him.
yeah. So
That'd be fucking crazy, dude. You're so lucky. You got to win 6. I've gotten 0. I don't know what I would do if we won a Super Bowl. Like, I don't know.
Oh, I want to use this clip and cut to hopefully you guys do win this year.
I don't
You
know
said when
what
I
would
first met you, no, let's not come down, Takashi. Like, when I first met you, you said if the Cowboys ever win a Super Bowl, I'll get the star tattooed on me. If that happens, and here's the thing, like, we stopped recording whenever this came out. Like, I want to steal the idea of, like, my team sucks, James, all due respect, your team sucks. Tristan's the only dog in the race who can actually potentially pull this off. Darius, #bad friend, no longer here. He likes the Falcons. Like, if any of our teams, the Pats, the Steelers, the Cowboys, make it to the Super Bowl this year, I said, you guys are allowed to pick my tattoo, or I would shave my head, or even get shot with a crossbow. Like, the odds are so crazy that I'm willing to put something like that. But for you, it could potentially happen. So if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl this year, you have to get the star.
I don't know what I would do. Like, I'm trying to, like, I think about it sometimes at night. Like, after a big win, like, whenever we beat Minnesota, I was like, damn, we're fucking dominant. I was like, damn, I'm laying in bed, I'm like, fuck, what would I do if we
Just
won the
rock
Super Bowl?
hard.
Yeah, oh yeah, man.
Just beating it to the highlights.
yeah.
Cooper Rush smiling.
I have a patient at work who is a Bears and a Colts fan. So whenever we beat the Bears, she walked in and she sort of bowed down to me. And so that was that time, and then she was like, well, who do y'all play this week? We play y'all, the Colts, or whatever. And
The other half of you.
And she was like, buddy, she was like, whatever happens, just pretend that we'll be friends afterwards. I was
What,
like, yeah. I was like, but Sunday night, we're not friends.
Yeah.
So I'll see her probably Tuesday to see what she says. She doesn't watch, obviously, but, you know.
I would love it if you'd be like, hey, by the way, I got a new job and I work in a mental institute. She's bowing down to you. James, here's a question: if the Steelers were to turn the tables or run the gambit, 2 wins in a row now. Kenny Pickett, he wasn't a first round pick, was he? No, I want to say he was a second rounder. Second round pick.
Yeah.
Second round pick. You beat the Colts last Monday night. You beat the who'd you beat today? The Dariuses, #bad friends. The Falcons today.
Yeah.
Schedule gets a little easier. You probably could run the gambit, and I'm not saying you could make it
We're
in the playoffs.
now.
Yeah,
He was a first round pick.
he was a first round
Yeah,
pick.
Round 1, pick 20.
Yeah, Kenny Two Gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, big hands. How are you feeling going into? I mean, you don't look like shit. There are some positive things going forward. Like, how are you feeling? And also, second part of the question: if you guys make the playoffs, are you willing to participate in this tattoo bet?
Yeah, I would do something like that. I would maybe get a tattoo of
Kenny's
the
hands.
Steelers logo.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the standings are right now, but Lamar Jackson got hurt today.
Yes.
It's not season ending.
It's not.
I think they're number 1 in the division, I think.
Right.
And then it goes, I'm going to assume it's Cincinnati,
Yeah.
and then either y'all or the Browns.
Or tied up.
I'm not really
Yeah.
sure, but I mean, a couple games left in the season, you string up some wins, you never know.
You never know.
So,
Look at New York Giants.
Yeah.
8-8. They had to get in the wild card and then play then come back and play them again, and then they actually won the Super Bowl with the
No,
Yeah.
no.
the bubble gum on the helmet.
No, and then the thing is, they did it twice. Like,
Yeah.
I remember in 07, they barely got in. They ran through. They went through Brett Favre. They ran through Aaron Rodgers. They ran through everyone.
Yeah.
They make it to Tom Brady himself, and then obviously ruined a little bit part of my childhood. But
That was my
big
birthday
deal.
too.
I may. There's some things that you never forget.
Yeah.
Serious. I had a fun question regarding to that. So we're gonna wrap it up soon. I know we're kind of going all over the place. It's just nice to have the boys back to talk some football. One big thing happened today. For those who don't know, we live in the Houston area. We're Houston natives.
No.
2 of us here love or one. Tristen too. Tristan's a Hughie now. A Hughie Astro now. His team won the World Series and so did James's. I'm straight, so I don't watch baseball. Anyway, Deshaun Watson came back to town. Santa, Deshaun Happy Ending Watson came back to town.
He got some shit today.
He got some shit, but I'm gonna say this, like, we talked about this on the podcast before Uncle James came along, and then after James came along, we started talking about not the accusations. We're not here to make light of anything because there's still some allegations. Some people were paid off and all that. The reason I'm bringing it up is because I'm honestly bothered by what I saw today and confused. So it was reported that 10 women who accused Deshaun Watson of the sexual misconduct. That's Deshaun back there right now trying to make a point. Showed up to the game today. Now, without getting too personal, if you ever do me wrong in the smallest way, I don't want to be around you.
Yeah.
Like, I get rid of you, I block you, I pretend you never existed.
Especially to that extent.
Exactly.
Of what they did.
Exactly. I have some friends who didn't pay me $5 back, and I pulled a Connor, and I'm like, I'm done with you forever. But, like, again, I'm not here to make a joke about it, but, like, we don't know what's true, we don't know what's a lie, but if you accuse someone of sexually assaulting you in that way, how are you going to show up? Yeah, multiple times. How are you going to show up to the game so nonchalant? Grab some snacks, grab a drink, and what are you doing the whole time? Are you bullying him?
Yeah, you're just like preying on his downfall, just praying he has the worst game. And I mean, I guess he did play bad today.
He played
his first game in like 2 years. They still won because their defense played really well and forced some turnovers. But
this is against the Texans.
I don't know why they went, and no one knows whether I don't know. It's weird.
Let's say you're related to one of them. What do you say to them?
Why?
Exactly.
Why? That's all you can. That's all you can ask.
Like, what's wrong with you?
Why would you go,
James?
Yeah,
there's really nothing else you can say, bro. Like,
obviously, they're doing it for either clout, fame. They got attention, obviously, as it was tweeted out. So
we're talking about it.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe they're doing it for their 5 minutes of fame wasn't long enough. And I hate to say 5 minutes of fame because something bad happened to them. But maybe they're trying to turn it into something else. So.
Like awareness. Like, what do you do? Do you wear like Deshaun Victim Number 1 shirts, or like? That's the thing. Like, I don't get it. Obviously, I'm the way that I'm describing it. I'm like, you dum dums. But that's the way that I see it, man. It's like, I know he already paid you off. If the things happen, if the alleged things did happen to you, I'm sorry that it did. But then, like, why are you going back into that fire? Get away from the man.
Yeah.
Like, he already hurt you enough. We're sorry that if that did happen to you. We're sorry that it did happen to you. Also, I love how, like, the Houston Texans just completely swept it under the rug. They knew what was going on, and they were just like, we'll find a trading partner for you.
I think I told you this earlier. What bothers me is that all of the city of Houston hates Deshaun Watson. All the fans hate him. Let's just pretend he didn't get traded to the Browns. I feel like a lot of Houstonians would not be acting the way that they are now. That's their quarterback. They got to somewhat support him in a way.
Not at all, bro. Like,
it'll probably be pretty mixed, but I feel like every Houston Texan fan hates him.
Yeah, I feel like every Houstonian hates him.
But if he was still there,
they would love him.
I don't know if they would love him, but they wouldn't hate him as much as they do now.
Okay, I know this is gonna sound kind of funny, but James, you're the only thing that I can possibly relate this to. Big Ben.
Yeah.
Accused multiple times of rape.
Accused twice.
Accused twice.
Accused twice. Both went to and nothing happened.
One of them backed off, and the other one got paid. One of them settled out.
The lady never got paid.
Oh.
We'll have to fact check that, but
we'll have to.
But the one I do remember this because I remember we had a conversation a long time ago when this happened. Was one of the girls said, "Oh, he raped me," and then the next day called him and asked him, "Hey, would you like to go out again?" Had like multiple texts and stuff. Mm-hmm. So whenever they showed that as evidence, she was like, "Okay, I'm out of here." Yeah. And then the second one, it happened again or something, and then I don't remember what happened on that one, but I remember the first one when it came out, it was like, "Here, I got the proof right here on my phone."
That we're good. Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
The only reason I bring that up is because obviously associated with the Steelers, but like I know it's gonna sound awful, but the truth is the truth. Like in sports, everything is so cutthroat. We as fans are very passionate, but like Tristen, let's say if Dak was going through what homie Deshaun is going through right now, in a weird hypothetical world, I'm pretty sure all of Puro Pinche Cowboy Nation would be like, "Oh man, that sucks. He did it, but hey, let's finish out the season."
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah, it just depends, bro. Because with Deshaun, it was all allegations.
Yeah.
That's why it took so long because there was no proof. And I saw a thing on TikTok when it came out, and it was this girl. She made a video, and she was like, "The first time that Deshaun sexually assaulted me, blah 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 blah." And the second time I went in, and the video cut, and this guy came in. He was like, "Why'd you go back?
Yeah, exactly.
If he did something to you the first time, why'd you go back?"
Yeah.
So then, like, it falls on her. Like, are you really bullshitting, or are you telling the truth? Did you like what he did to you? Because, I mean, you came back for a reason.
Yeah.
You know. So, but yeah, I mean, if there's no physical proof, it's really hard to just like. I don't
To
know.
go on she said, he said, especially
Because that's all it is.
nowadays.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
he said, she said, and 90% of the time, the female's gonna be right. You know. We'll never know what happened.
Dude, I mean, you were there yesterday. Like, I need evidence for everything, every little thing that happens in life. And we're probably gonna wrap it up here very soon. Oh, we're gonna wrap it up on a good, positive note, not a Deshaun Watson way, because we've been going for a while. I've been doing the Pat stuff. New episode on Wednesday. We suck. We're gonna finish off the season the right way. Hopefully, continue this on. Hopefully, we do one of these in Vegas. Knock on wood for Uncle James's 60th birthday this year, or in 2023.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully, we do that, and I can record this, take the laptop, and we do it in our lobby in Vegas with the Vegas background. If we go, we will work that out. I will find a way to work that out, because what better way to wrap up the year, the football year, than in Vegas recording a show with like the TVs in the background. Obviously it'll be loud, it'll be kind of hard, but like just have content of us there would be the best thing. But we're gonna wrap it up here with one last question. Because he took a big break. Super Bowl favorites now. And we'll wrap it up. I'll go first.
Like the top AFC.
Top
NFC?
two right now.
Okay.
That gun to your head. Put all your money on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, call me crazy. Dallas Cowboys versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
And it'll be the most watched game in the history of the NFL.
Okay. James.
I'm gonna take Philadelphia and Buffalo.
I like it. As much as fuck, it's tough. I would not say Dallas Cowboys. As much as I would love to.
Because you don't want to jinx them?
Yeah, that too. Philly's team is so like well rounded.
Are you trying to jinx them?
Yeah. I would say Kansas City and the Bucks again.
No way.
I say that Kansas City's kind of obvious.
Mm.
Tom Brady is Tom Brady still. It's the playoffs. He's been in a slump, but I feel like this divorce is going to motivate him even more to hush all the doubters, and we'll see.
Damn, I was not expecting that.
I just thought about it. That's the last thing that clicked in my head.
Wow.
I was thinking about every fucking team in the NFC, Giants, and every team. I was like, no, I can't say Philly, I can't say Dallas, can't say San Fran, can't say Seattle. I was like, who's out there? Jameis is dead. Tom Brady.
Okay.
Tom Brady's still Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So,
Tom Brady to the Pats 2023.
Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes again.
That's crazy.
Mm.
That's wow, Tristan. If that happens, I'm kind of fucked with my vision. So I hope that yours doesn't come
I hope
true.
yours comes true.
I hope mine comes true, because how awesome would it be to see hundreds of little Tristans walking around Vegas? Hey, bro, how about them? And me and James are just sitting there like banging our heads against the wall, and Tristan's like,
Oh, bro.
Tristan's going
I
crazy
would-
because he's like, I love the Chiefs, but like, I
Fuck,
also love the
dude.
Cowboys.
You know what? If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, I wouldn't go to Vegas.
Why?
I wouldn't go to Vegas.
Why not?
I can't watch it out there.
Why?
I would have to watch it in my house.
No, bitch.
Locked in
You
the